Friends, now we are going to discuss about the duties of advocates, various duties of advocates. You know that, friends, advocate is having some duties as a privileged member of the community, that means society. You know that the advocate is a privileged member of the society, as a gentleman also. So, he is having various duties, like a duty to court, duty to client, duty to opponents, duty to colleague, like this. He is having duty towards a society, like this. He is having several duties. So, why he is having n number of duties? Because he is a gentleman, he is a privileged member of the community. So, what is his duty is that he always should act befitting his status, befitting to his status. He is an officer of the court. Who is an officer of the court? What is officer of the court? In detail we will discuss in another video. So, as an officer of the court, as a privileged member of the community, as a gentleman, he is having certain duties. So, what are those duties? Come to those duties. So, as stated above, Bar Council of India Part 6, Chapter 2. He is having, there are number of sections describing the duty of the advocate. So, first section 1, duty to the court. What is his duty to the court? 10 duties are there. Total 10 duties are there to the court. What is first duty? Self-respect and dignity. It deals with section 1, part 1. First duty deals with how the conduct of an advocate should be. How the conduct of an advocate should be. It should be dignity and self-respect. A court conduct during presentation of his case and before a court, otherwise acting before a court, he should act himself with dignity and self-respect. Then he shall not be servile. Servile means not to be a slave. Slave manner. He is not a slave. He is not a lover to the court because he is officer of the court. He has to assist the court in administration of justice. So he shall not be servile, and he should be dignity and self-respect. Suppose if there are any ground for serious complaint against judicial officer, then what is his duty? He is having right also and duty to submit his grievance to proper authorities. So, just because other one is a judicial officer, it is not that advocate is not having any right or etc. He is having some right and also duty to submit his grievance to proper authorities. But he should not act derogatory to the judicial system. That is first aspect. So, self-respect and dignity during presentation of his case. Next, come to second duty towards court. What is his second duty towards court? This is regarding respectful attitude. He has to maintain respectful attitude. Why? Because he should bear in mind that the dignity of the judicial office is essential for free survival of a free community. Survival of a free community. That means judicial office should be in a dignified manner, so that we have to give respect. Otherwise, what happens? What happens? If we lost the judicial system, what is the result? We may not have a free community. That means a free community may not survive. So, for the purpose of survival of a free community, judicial office must be in a dignified manner, and the dignity of the judicial office should be protected. Bearing in that mind, we have to give respect to the court. That is second duty. Come to third duty. This is regarding the advocate shall not influence the decision of a court. That means decision of court should be free, fair, impartial, voluntary, not based on any influence by outside or by advocate or any other person. So, advocate shall not influence the decision of a court. That doesn't mean he should not argue in a proper manner. Outside, by any illegal or improper means, he should not influence. He can influence by his excellent argument. So, private communications with a judge relating to pending case are forbidden. Private communication may be done regarding a family affairs or something, but a pending case should not be done. That is third one. Next, come to fourth one. This is regarding prevention of a client from resorting unfair practice, sharp, unfair practice, or from doing anything in relation to the court or opposing counsel or parties, which the advocate himself ought not to do. Suppose an advocate is having some restrictions in his conduct, he should not do some acts, but the same cannot be done by his client. What cannot be done by advocate also cannot be done by his client. So, client should not resort to any sharp, unfair practice or from doing any relation to the court or advocates or opposite parties. So, what is the duty of the advocate? he shall prevent his client from doing this illegal acts. Suppose client is persisting for such improper conduct, advocate shall refuse. Advocate shall refuse because he shall not be a mouthpiece. He shall not be a mouthpiece of his client. Whatever his client say, we cannot say in the same manner, same tone and tenor to the court. So, he shall exercise his own judgment in the use of restrained language in correspondence with the court. He should avoid scurrilous attacks. That means scurrilous means damaging the reputation of the court. So he should not do such attacks of scurrilous attacks in pleadings. And in the same way, he cannot use intemperate language. Intemperate language means lack of control, lack of self-control. So, he cannot use intemperate language, he cannot use scurrilous attacks, he should use restrained language. That is the duty of advocate according to fourth duty. Next come to fifth duty. So this is regarding dress code. This is regarding dress code. Dress code advocate should follow the dress prescribed by the concerned authority, that is Bar Council of India, like that court. So he shall appear in court at all times only in the prescribed dress, and his appearance shall always be presentable. How it should be? Presentable. Also pleasantable. So, this is the another duty of the advocate towards court. Next, sixth. This is regarding uncle judge. That means, suppose judge is a father of the advocate, grandfather of advocate, son, grandson, uncle, brother, nephew, first cousin, husband, wife, mother, daughter, sister, aunt, niece, father-in-law, mother-in-law, son-in-law, brother-in-law, daughter-in-law, or sister-in-law. Suppose an advocate is having any such relation with the judge, he should not appear. He should not enter appearance or act or plead or practice before such judge. That is the sixth rule. Here means court means court, bench, tribunal, whatever it may be. There he shall not appear. This is another duty of an advocate. Next one is ఒక 10 నిమిషాలకు ఫోన్ చేయి. So, an advocate shall not wear bands or gown in public places other than in courts except on such ceremonial occasion. That means what? wearing bands, collar bands or gown. You can wear coat without collar band or gown without buttons. Wear full buttons or full dress with full dress. So bands and gowns, ceremonial occasions. But you can wear these bands and gowns ceremonial occasions. Bar Council of India or the court may prescribe. Other than that occasions, we should not wear bands or gown. So this is one of the duties. So total how many duties are there now? 7 duties completed. Now come to another 3. What are those 3? Total 10. Out of 10, yes. The 8th one is that suppose an advocate is a member of an organization. Member of an organization. Or holding any post in that organization. In such a case, on behalf of this organization or institution or body or executive or society or corporation, he should not represent unless he is a amicus curiae. Amicus curiae means friend of the court. Friend of the court or without fees on behalf of bar council or society or bar. So this is one aspect. So normally advocates are members of so many organizations. When they are the members of the organization, they should not represent their own organization for money, fees, by taking fees. So that is 8. Next. Pecuniary interested. Suppose advocate is creditor of a person. He filed insolvency petition, bankruptcy petition. Then advocate become one of the creditor. Then he cannot file wakalat. He cannot argue in that case. Suppose he is a director of a company. He should not file wakalat on behalf of that company because he is having pecuniary interest. Then an advocate shall not stand as a surety to his client, for his client, or certify the soundness of a surety for his client. Any required for the purpose of any legal proceedings. So we know that in some bails and other things, sureties are must. So in such a case, advocate should not be a surety. Bails may be different normally in other cases. In civil cases, in other legal proceedings, he should not stand as a surety or certify the soundness of a surety. That means what is the value of the surety. So like this, the advocate is having 10 duties towards court. The rest of the duties will be discussed in next video.